All right.
Oh my God, Christian, that's so funny.
Yeah. That's how I was going to start.
All right. Great. What's up, guys? I'm going to do the intro. This episode is sponsored by... Christian and Everett. Welcome to episode 11.
I have juice coming out of my nose.
Double-digit episode. Let's get to it. Hey, back,
We
Chris.
actually might have a sponsor soon.
Oh.
I got to respond to them.
Okay.
More to come on that.
Nice. Cool.
I have no service.
Okay.
How am I going to look up movies?
If only you knew it inside
really
your brain.
hurt.
Yeah.
Cranberry juice does not feel good.
Yeah. I didn't think you were going to start the episode there, but that seems like a good intro. So.
Yeah. So what's new, sir? It's been a while.
Yeah, it has. When's the last time we filmed? 3 weeks ago or so?
I do believe.
Definitely in May.
Yeah.
This is the first June episode.
We
Hopefully
have been very busy.
It has been a stressful thing.
Yes.
But before we get into that, I would say everything's good with me. I've been golfing a little bit more than watching movies, but I have a lot of big epics that were in my watch pile. I mentioned to you in a few episodes ago when I was doing like Spartacus and The Godfathers, etc. So I just watched Dances with Wolves from 1990 with Kevin Costner. I was looking up some facts on that. Orion Pictures had that movie, and they were originally going to slate Dances with Wolves and Silence of the Lambs on the same year to release it.
They went bankrupt?
No, they just couldn't afford to push 2 possible Best Picture nominees. Like, they were feeling good about the project, and they slated it for the next year.
Right.
But
What did it go up against?
who? Dances with Wolves, Godfather 3, Goodfellas. I don't really recall. Those are the big names of the 90s, 1990 that I remember. But I thought it was interesting because I don't know if Dances with Wolves would have won over Silence of the Lambs. Like, if they were the same year, I think the directing of Dances with Wolves is really good. Jonathan Demme was good. I think the strongest thing for Silence of the Lambs is there's no fat on that movie. That's a very lean film, very true to Thomas Harris's book of the same name. Love it. But I wanted to watch Dances with Wolves because I kept seeing people talking about... Not that I didn't want to see it before this, but Avatar. And Twitter was kind of in a frenzy when the second Avatar 2 trailer dropped. People were like, oh, Dances with Wolves, Tom Cruise's Last Samurai, Avatar. It's basically the same thing. Take any genre or gender or whatever the hell you want, and it's when one side flips for the other. Right. Which is basically what Last Samurai was, too. Do you remember that movie?
I never saw it.
With Tommy Cruise?
I chose not to watch Thomas Cruise in
okay.
The Last Samurai.
It definitely hasn't aged well.
No?
No, I'm sure. I haven't seen it. I've only seen it twice. Once when it came out in like 2003, and then...
Well, it's been a little bit. And speaking of Goodfellas, rest in peace, Ray Liotta.
Oh, yeah. Ray. Is that your favorite role that he was in? What do you think,
No,
sir?
dude, honestly, it was much smaller, but I loved him in Blow. Okay. He made me cry.
He was the dad?
Yeah. Actually, Kayla and I were just talking about this, of what my favorite Johnny Depp role was, and I think I said Blow as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need some time to answer that.
Yeah, I know. You know what the thing is? Like, everything that he's done, like, after... I don't want to say after Tim Burton, but, like, for the most part, all of his characters, a lot of them didn't age well. But I think Edward Scissorhands did.
Yeah.
Just because that movie's iconic. I don't know. I really liked him in Blow. I thought he pulled off a really good performance in that.
Are we still talking about Ray Liotta?
No, I was talking about Johnny Depp, but Ray Liotta's.
Okay.
Oh, no. All of Ray Liotta's roles
are good,
with the exception of a few.
Yeah, he was starting to
saturate
and stuff. But I mean, whatever, it's understandable.
That's what I'm pretty sure he said that was one of his regrets.
I mean, honestly,
it might have been the opposite.
I couldn't name.
It might have been the opposite.
More than 10 films that he was in.
I think he was too
I'm a big
precious
fan
of his
of
roles.
Copland.
You know, I've never seen Copland.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Great cast. You get Sylvester Stallone, Michael Rappaport, Harvey Keitel, Ray.
Michael Rappaport's in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
He had a good run in the 90s.
Higher Learning.
That I've never seen. I don't think. Is that with Samuel Jackson?
Was Samuel Jackson in it? He might have been. I think Mekhi Phifer was in it.
Yeah. With Ray Liotta, have you ever seen Observe and Report with Seth Rogen?
Yes.
Where he was like the cop,
Yeah.
And Seth Rogen's trying to catch
Physically, yes.
What is
Psychologically,
what was the
no.
premise of that? It's basically like what the hell's the term for that?
A flasher.
Yeah, flasher.
And
so yeah, Seth Rogen's a lousy mall cop.
He has mental illness.
Okay, and he works with Anna Faris at the mall, and there's a streaker, some weirdo in an overcoat, flashing people, and obviously Seth Rogen takes it way too far. But Ray Liotta plays an actual cop who comes in to like kind of oversee the investigation, and Ray Liotta and Seth Rogen are just bashing
They just hate each
heads.
other.
Yeah, well, understandably so, because he's like, this dude's a fucking moron.
Yeah, and then he fucks Anna Faris.
Way to go, Ray.
And then Ray Liotta and the cops beat the shit out of him. And if you haven't seen it, spoilers, sorry, but
Yeah.
you would think that at the end he'd finally get the bad guy and tackle him, and he fucking shoots him in the chest.
Yeah.
So bloody.
Yeah. It's a good one.
I died laughing.
I used to watch it with a buddy of mine. Just kind of throw that on. It was always funny.
It is. It's like the rated X version of Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Mm-hmm. Definitely came out before Paul Blart.
They came out same year.
No.
I'm pretty sure. Studios always do that.
Okay.
They
really?
know, they hear of a movie that's coming out. They find a similar script, so that if that movie does well, our movie will do well. It doesn't have to always be simultaneous, but like one after the other.
Okay, one was greenlit.
So like Volcano and whatchamacallit?
Deep Impact?
Deep Impact. Mm-hmm. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Fucking studios. So like, you know what? This movie was real successful. I bet everyone would go to see it again. My worst pick of that is actually recently. It was Gerard Butler's Olympus Has Fallen. Mm-hmm. And White House Down with Channing Tatum. They both came out like the same year. One had Jamie Foxx as the president. The other had Morgan Freeman or whatever, which is fine. It doesn't matter about the casting. But how many fucking of these movies are you going to do? I'm convinced
they're going to do
they filmed 2 movies and we're like, all right, on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you film in their White House set. And then on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll come in and film it, and then they just shoot and share the explosions and stuff. It would be a lot easier for us as a production company of when we were funding Dead County. We should have just found other filmmakers in Pennsylvania making a zombie movie and just been like, can we split them? We're camera B.
You get 3 hours here, we'll get the following 3 hours.
The actors are just like, what the fuck?
I didn't sign up for this. Oh, man. I just had something in my head to say, and I can't think of it now.
Speak. If you can't think of anything, bring it to SWUMPWATER.
All right, so tonight will be the premiere of our new short film, SWUMPWATER, at
Tremendicon in Springfield, Missouri.
Yes.
June 17th.
June 17th, which is today. Our buddies Keith and Cullen, who wrote the script, are attending this convention, and they are premiering it there. And then tomorrow, it will be on our channel. So right here. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our latest short, SWUMPWATER. It's fun. It's 20 minutes. It's our longest one we've done so far. The longest one we've done in a while.
Dude, I want that review on the poster. It's fun. It's 20 minutes. Both factual.
So speaking of on the poster, Heath sent Heath and Colin sent the short out to a bunch of people to try to get some feedback to put on the poster, and there are some really cool names on that list. We're not going to say anything in case they don't watch it and we'll feel dumb, but really cool names. So Heath and Colin very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Well, first, I got thrown off because today's Wednesday as we're recording it. But all right, we're gonna drop it Friday and then Saturday. So yeah, by the time you guys are watching this,
present tense,
coming out or will be out or whatever. Who knows? Yeah. Man, I can't believe that we're at the end of the production. I just was glancing back at like 2 podcasts ago, and we were talking, and I took a screenshot of that group email we were in where it was like, there's a lot to do. You were like, I'm not free on May 20th and the 28th, and we got to work around Memorial Weekend and just the actor schedules, and
it was stressful to begin with, but then I feel like once everyone talked about it, it was kind of... Guy and John were both very accommodating.
Yeah. I think most film crews would argue like the biggest thing is getting some footage in the chamber.
Yeah.
And once we got that, we literally got the exact center of the movie. It really showed me, at least anyways, as far as playing the one character, Paul, like, all right, I could do the beginning like this and work my way up to this. And then the next night we film, I have the whole free range of the ending to do it, whatever way, because the movie kind of has a hairpin turn where it's a buddy comedy. I would argue that, like, it's very funny, or funnier than... I would say almost because maybe we know Guy and John and, like, just how we are. I think a lot of the jokes that were in the script kind of fleshed out a little bit better.
I think it's because we didn't write it.
Yeah.
So it's someone else's humor that we're adapting. And I think that makes it more broad.
Okay.
I feel like more people would... Because, I mean, we joke, and, like, if someone were to hear our conversation, they'd just be like, what the fuck are they laughing at? Losers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, I don't know. I think it's funny. I chuckled. You know how many times I watched it.
Yeah.
I chuckled almost every time.
Oh, so, yeah? Cool. There's a lot of little things, quirky stuff, with just the line delivery and John's face at 1 or 2 times. Like, I really did laugh. And I hope, first of all, I think the movie just looks gorgeous. I'm so glad. When I read the script, I don't know if I read it for night, but I literally pictured the day.
I never pictured that.
For the whole time going in, and then you were like, I'm building this crazy moon box and all this stuff. I was like, I thought the fucking movie was set at like 2 p.m. And they're like, nope, 2 a.m. I was like, oh boy. It worked. I'm so glad we did it that way. I couldn't imagine the movie having the mood and like the atmosphere that it has with the haze and just with the night shots we're able to pull off. It just wouldn't.
It was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Oh,
it was a big pain in the ass
sure.
shooting it at night, but especially the we had one location that was deep in the woods that we had to film at.
Oh my god.
So we had to run 500 feet of cord, and I think we talked about this on our last podcast.
Yeah, we definitely did, but
because we had filmed that scene at that time.
Yeah, we've done an episode when we literally filmed what I was talking about, the middle of it, and then did the end scenes and the beginning and stuff. And
it was a long 5
You know
weeks.
what, though? I'm so glad, and I wish I got more of it. I got the behind-the-scenes footage. I got some awesome pictures. I am dying to post some shit because everything is a spoiler. I'm like, oh, this is a great photo. And then it's like, oh, yeah, forgot about that. And I think it's cool. Yo, real quick, what do you think of just having stuff that like people can't even see? Like, do you appreciate it? Like, could you imagine working for Star Wars and it's like, all right, you're gonna know about Baby Yoda for 5 months and nobody else in the world knows what the fuck that is, and then it came out and everyone's like, Baby Yoda. I mean, we only have it on a smaller scale, but I do think that of like,
I think it's torture.
I just can't help it, dude.
Yeah.
When I like record it, like I'm not going to show everybody. I won't post it, but I'm sneak previewing some clips and
I think it's torture.
Yeah, it is.
And like the bigger budget things you do and the higher level you get, more time goes into making it, and the more time you have to shut up. And it's...
Yeah.
I want to talk to someone about this.
I want to speak. He could talk. Get
you can
your
tell
hands off me.
Therapists are legally obligated to hold secrets.
Yep.
Unless they don't.
Wow. But
I'm all out of juice.
yeah, hopefully soon. Well, obviously sometime this week. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I like let it rip with all the photos I have. I'll give you whatever. You can go through my phone and take.
I just need
whatever
the
you want.
BTS footage.
You have a good chunk of it, but there's definitely a little bit.
All of it.
I was playing around on iMovie. I edited like a 5-minute thing, and then kind of got distracted because I was just like, maybe I'll put something on my Instagram.
Did you do it on the phone?
Yeah.
How is that?
It's easy. Yeah. A little too easy. Like you can't really get too complex.
I just think it's so small.
Yeah.
Like just working the stuff.
It definitely sucks. Like I don't upload all the clips right away. So I'll do like 3 or 4 and trim it down and then move it because you have to hold it and then drag it past the next images. There's no way to just like scoot it over. Right. At least not that I've seen. If you guys know a scooting trick, let me know.
Teach us to scoot.
Yeah.
Abby knows how to scoot. She scoots her butt on the rug.
That's a dog, by the way, not a child. It's a woman or anything. You know Abby. She lives next door.
She's in all the shorts.
Yep. What was your favorite scene to shoot? Well, real quick. How much do you want to talk about? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Because, all right, so eventually maybe podcast 12 or 13 that would like to get John and Guy, the other 2 actors, and Cullen and Heath would be cool to include us.
Cullen might be hard, but...
Okay. Well, I didn't think Heath was going to drive down here to just talk about it. I kind of figured we maybe even don't have to do it of this format. We could do it as like a Zoom conference or something. Because he had that thing where Heath that wrote this screenplay wrote a book that I'm about to start reading with Cullen called Centralia. It's an anthology, like 6 different writers, 6 different segments. One of them's with Brian Quinn, who's on Impractical Jokers. And anyways, I tuned in but months ago, like October, when they were doing a live conference. He was sent the link, and it was him and the 6 other writers. It looked like the Brady Bunch, 3 on top, 3 on the bottom, and everyone was talking. So I'm sure if you could work your magic with the things you've done, I had to figure
we'd have to do that live, and I'd have to figure out how to do a live because we shoot this, we pre-shoot this, and then edit it. So I'm not very familiar.
Are you doing much editing
right this second?
No.
Oh, with this?
Yeah.
No, I mean. I usually just do a color grade and put some text in it sometimes if I have time.
Yeah, I know.
They're like an hour long, so sitting through the whole fucking thing.
I don't blame you.
Cutting in and pulling out.
I messaged you. I sent you a text a couple days ago and was like, "Hey, I watched episode 10 of our podcast, and there was a 2-minute."
So what happened?
A 20-second. It just cut to black. It's black screen. And real quick, when I texted you, you're like, yeah, well, I know about it, and it's already out. So what am I going to do? And I was like, I wasn't texting you to bust your balls. I just wanted you to know in case nobody said it of like, hey, next time change the setting.
I realized it when I posted it.
Okay.
Because I watch, like when they come out, I watch it.
Okay.
But...
do you ever laugh when you listen to us?
Yeah.
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
I will go through and watch it. Sometimes... with a piece of paper and a pen, and if we say something I think is funny or whatever, it's an interesting topic for a 15-second clip, I'll write it down, 5 different segments of our whole podcast, and then go back through on my phone and screen record it and trim it up and stuff so I could post it. And I think that's the easiest way. I mean, what am I going to do? Keep writing? Please watch our podcast. Please watch our podcast.
Dude, Instagram's dead. We're not getting any traffic from Instagram.
Thank you for saying that, man. I posted some good photos at these golf courses and getting like 5 likes, and thankfully I don't do it for the endorphins to be released. But I'm like, yo, nobody's on it.
I honestly haven't even been on Instagram since you got me on this Twitter kick.
On the twit? I don't know. And Twitter's not that great either. I mean, I want to talk with people more than the app seems to be allowing me to. Other than like me in my spare time going through, all right, he's watching this. And because I don't want to just comment and be like, oh, cool. Trying to engage.
Facebook is still our biggest traffic source as far as social media goes, which is interesting. But
I really think
very many people are still on Facebook.
It would be super interesting, and we would only get one gender to follow us. But if I made a Tinder account, and it was literally just Everlouster's Pop Films Productions.
There was a. You know who did that?
Where?
Ex Machina.
Oh, yeah.
Ex Machina did that for marketing, where they showed her, I forgot her name.
Yeah, the girl.
And everybody who connected with her, swiped right on her, connected. And then they were talking, but she was a robot.
Wow.
And then like it came up with the name or something. It was cool marketing ploy.
That's interesting. Ours would basically just be a photo, and then it'd be all our movies and stuff, and the bio would be very, you know, straightforward. Like, just watch them. Just watch them. Don't message me.
Click the link.
Yeah, and please subscribe, or he'll kill me. Yep.
Oh man. So I was looking up something that Cullen wrote, The Dark Man or Shadow Man.
Yeah.
And I just went through like a deep dive on YouTube, and it came out in the 90s, and they made a video game for it, and it did really well, so they rushed a sequel to it. And one of the marketing things they had for it was buying a plaque for your tombstone, and it was just a picture of the game on it. It did not go over well, but I digress.
That's funny.
Speaking of marketing things,
Who could afford a tombstone?
yeah, right.
Just throw them in the Hudson, Joey.
Yeah, you don't even have to burn me; just toss me in the.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
None of this matters.
Put me in a sheet.
We're wasting another good sheet.
Yeah. Hey man, you only die once.
Yep, that's true.
I mean that 3,000 threads.
Is there anything else that we could really talk about with SWUMPWATER? Maybe just because it's not a spoiler, the bar scene. I really enjoyed that, and I'll definitely touch on it when John and Guy are here.
That was the most annoying scene to edit.
Yeah.
Because it's three dialogues and having to cut between and trying to figure out the next clip that goes after this one where the motions are somewhat similar. There are a few hiccups in it.
Yeah.
But they're so subtle you can't even notice them. But
I noticed just little things with myself, which obviously it wasn't on point every time, because the chicken wing, the beer, the napkins, they're all props.
I remember I had to stop John. We did one take and John was eating it. I was like, you didn't eat those in any other take.
Yeah.
Start over.
Oh, yeah, and at the end he like picked up a chicken finger and was kind of doing it. And yeah, I mean, that's what... I mean, dude, we filmed it under schedule, I thought, anyways. I thought we were going to be there for 4 hours.
I think we should have been there for 4 hours, maybe did a couple more takes. But I didn't want...
Darren?
Yeah, I didn't want to like waste anyone's time. Like we did get what we needed.
Yeah.
Anything after that would have just been
extra,
just in case.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the one I'm talking about is when it cuts to you, you're drinking, and then it cuts back and you're not, and then it cuts back and you're drinking.
Okay.
But it's so subtle that you can't really.
All right. Everything else other than that looked good, and you know what? No one's gonna notice that. I nitpicked it because I was just curious on how well. Maybe not so much I was with consistency of where it is, but of how well you were able to edit. Because now you're getting, I can't really think of another scene where we had this much coverage, where you have the wide, and then you have 3 different characters and angles.
Now that I think about it, I don't think we've ever done a conversation with more than 2 people.
No, that's what I think is awesome.
You know what I do wish I did? I wish I got insert shots. Like when you went to Darren to ask for 3 more shots, I wish I got a different angle of that.
Okay.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, you know, going back, and I mean, I'll say it again. I just more extras. I think 3 more extras to 4 would have been good.
Yeah, if we filled out those tables behind you and then the one behind John, it would have looked.
Yeah, and it didn't have to be packed. I think too many extras would have looked weird because the bar didn't really call for it. It didn't feel like that,
Right.
Hey, it's a great time. Come on down. Like, the bar's kind of, the way we lit it, not that the bar itself looks dilapidated, but it's just like, meh, you know, probably doesn't do that much money, and we kind of come in here and get Miller Lights or whatever.
Yeah, but if you see the bar in real life, it is a beautiful bar.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I don't think, I'm not saying with the extras that it needed to be 15 people deep. We have 3
It just would have made
actors
it
in the
look
scene
more
and
lived in.
4 extras in the back. So there's 7 people in the scene, but when Guy came, I wish we had 2 people for him to kind of just pass, just to show some other people. I mean, that's all I look at, and I think it's good because essentially what film is it's practice. You just filmed your first threesome, and, you know.
I also wish, I don't wish. I think it would have been cool if we did like a follow shot of guy walking to the table, then seeing you guys and wrapping around. But there's so much equipment down there, we would have had to move and hide somehow. And
no, I hear you.
the lights, there's no way to light it like that. So.
Well, it just goes for the budget and for everything on hand. And, you know, obviously the script was literally just like, it's a bar. It wasn't very specific, and that's fine. I think that's a better way to write it rather than saying there's a water fountain at the front of it. I mean, where the fuck are we going to get that? So I think it was good. And I do think it's practice. I mean, you did the best that you possibly could with it in the time. The fact that we were under schedule is just amazing. I think the editing of it's good and the lines. But, you know, had we gotten a second day to film it and go back for insert shots and, you know, review the footage, it would have been flawless, you know? Yeah. That's what real big movies are doing is, all right, well... You know, we're going to take 2 hours and move the lights and move everything.
Let's do a test screening and then pull the data and reshoot. But I don't know. I mean, I think it came out pretty good. Yeah. I'm happy with it. Especially
because it came out of nowhere for us. Yeah. Like, we had our things lined up, and it was like, all right, and a curveball just came. Because I never would have thought to write something like this. I wouldn't even been like, oh, you know, we'll get 3 guys in the woods and we'll film it at night. I just... haven't been thinking like that, and then Keith and Cullen came through with the script, and it's like, cool. I think it's got such a great mood. Everything, it really stands out from the past projects, and I'm glad that it's now under our belt. We could say that we made it, and you know, hopefully the next one not so deep in the woods.
I would also like to collab with Heath and Cullen again. I think that was fun. Yeah. It's just cool working with other people. Not that it's not cool working with you.
No, I agree. But, well, I'd love to have more people. I mean, if you care about film and you're driven for this and the end goal is like, fucking tired, all right, but we got to get it done. I don't really care who's on set. Right. You know? It could be Quasimodo for all I care. I think that's what's most important. And I think that's what we showed Guy as well, because he's an actor, you know, I would say more than myself. And that's what it's all about, man, is the hustle. Is like, I'm not trying to sit here and sit on my hands. It drives me nuts that our camera sits for, you know, 2 weeks sometimes, and just we're not cranking it out. You know, things get in the way, but eventually, we're trying to hustle and crank these movies out.
Because for all you independent filmmakers out there, what is it? You reach
plateau?
Not plateau, but you reach burnout. Burnout's real. It's a real thing. I have a burnout hangover right now, but you gotta keep on keeping on.
I'm surprisingly spunky, and that's the beauty of not editing. Yeah. And unfortunately, not writing this one. This project came very easy to me, other than just like the scheduling. And with my job, I was like, all right, let me make sure I could be there, get this all situated. And, you know, I wish I was able to help you more with some of the load. But you're a big boy. You're the best.
It's all right.
When are you going to be over that burnout? By next weekend, you think? You reckon, sir?
Yeah. Maybe.
All right. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't be against shooting compost tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you worked? What time do you work? Oh, tomorrow's Thursday. I'm in Saturday. Jeez, I don't even know what day it is.
Today's Wednesday.
It's Saturday. What time do you work?
Till 6.
From
10 to 6. Yep.
We could film it at 6 a.m.
I'm really insistent on getting another person to play the dead body, just to get new faces. Yeah. I think, and I don't think I'm. Trust me, I don't think my cousin Patrick.
Hey Pat, I ran into Patrick at the music festival. We spoke.
You were there, huh?
For a little bit, yeah.
I better not have been drinking.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
Not as much.
Did you get a barrier IPA from the Dimmick?
No.
Oh.
They didn't have it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. It was all right.
Anyways, Patrick.
Oh yeah, we just bullshitted for a little bit. All right. And I said we're trying to find that perfect role for you.
Yeah.
Like don't think that we don't want, because we do. We just need that right one for you. And I feel like this is a little underwhelming for him.
It definitely is, but I mean, I just think we need to be getting new people.
Yeah.
Constantly. And even if we only see the face for a second, it just reads different if it's mine. Like, I liked when we introduced Guy to our YouTube channel. Not that I'm sure it was like, whoa, who is this? But it's just like, all right, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah. And who is this?
I wouldn't be against putting out a call to actors in New York, like, to come up to do something. I mean, if we have, like, a worthy project.
Yeah.
Do a casting call. Not for any, like, known names or anything, but, like, student actors or people trying to build their resume.
Well, didn't Guy say he could, like, get
probably
names and stuff? I guess it really depends on, like, the project or whatever the hell else we're going to be doing. But I don't know if Kaylee would ever be with this, but I think it would be super cool to just film her in a different way. Give her, like, a role that's so opposite of her. And it doesn't have to be shouting. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. But something as simple as just seeing her smolder somewhere with a cigarette. Because she doesn't smoke. Right. I just think it changes her so much. And even for this compost thing, I think it's, like, an interesting way to end. Yeah. It makes it feel like, okay, yes, I get it, this woman's kind of nuts, but just that stare with the smoke behind her, I don't know. And I've been wanting to bring it up, but I was like, well, I don't want to just say we should get Kayla smoking a cigarette on film.
Well, maybe we could do that with compost.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Possibly.
I don't care if we talk about it now, because we get 30 viewers per.
Yeah, no. All right. Well, I'm not trying to hide or anything, or even really trying to tote it as,
after,
like,
the whole plot happens. It's just her sitting there staring, waiting, with a crazy stare, and then all of a sudden, ping,
yes,
she looks down.
Yes.
New match.
And I'd like to get, I don't know. So with that, let's just say a fake dating app. How would you go about that? Like, could I just get 4 guys to be like, send a good picture, a picture you'd use for a dating app, and get it to Christian?
We can just ask them and pull it off their Facebook or something like that.
Okay.
Make it look more natural, but then we could just green screen the phone and I can put it on there, I guess. I could try.
We got to think of a fake dating app name. Lords Valley Dating.
Lords Valley. Lords Val Gals. Lords Valley.
CrazyGirls.com. I don't know. We'll mull it over. But I'm trying to think of, like, some faces that we've never used before. I'm about to see if, like, I can get, some friends that don't live in Pennsylvania. Like, if he's Gaia Wolf, Mike or something. Yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you guys are watching. I miss you guys.
Yeah. Mr. James, take a picture. Come on.
You gotta meet me.
A little bit.
Neat. Yeah, I'm hyped. Yeah. I'm hyped to film that and crank that out. I think that's gonna look good, and I think we're gonna get some good foot traffic with the feet for SWUMPWATER.
Yes, many feet. Trampling.
Before we, like, get into whatever this episode's about, I'm a little irked that Bleeding Cool put out an article on SWUMPWATER, and the headline and elsewhere in it, they called it STUMPWATER, and it literally said, it's not like it's impossible to find. I just, like, I mean, I'm not too blown away by it, because my name is constantly misspelled.
Emmett.
Yeah, every which way. And I'm just like, damn. Because you don't see these big movies getting misspelled.
Right.
Transformers. There's never a typo in that.
Yeah.
And STUMPWATER doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, neither does SWUMPWATER.
Yeah, but swamp. Yeah. Swamp. So I get that. STUMPWATER.
I can understand, especially if it was a verbal thing rather than reading. If, like, they were talking on the phone about something, like, oh, STUMPWATER. Okay, that's what I heard. But they posted...
The poster
that said SWUMPWATER,
And I don't know if you've ever seen a movie poster before, but the title is one of the biggest things.
Usually has to be correct.
And dead center.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually.
Dead country.
We dealt with that, yes. All country. I'm
Half
all men can be
seas open.
Yeah. I think it's funny. So I'm not coming at
maybe
cool
we're just cursed
and saying just like, oh, yes, mother. I don't take it personally. Like, it is what it is. Errors happen. But, it stems on the writer or whoever's dealing with that. It's very important. That's why looking at the credits for the names, I'm always like very scared of just like, do we have everyone's name right? Because I know it's only
I'm
one.
dyslexic, so
no, I understand. That's why you have me sometimes. I'm like, all right, is this good? Because I just wouldn't want to. And I know you wouldn't want to either. Just disrespect anybody by that. Like, I know your name is Joe, and it's spelled Job or something.
Job.
Yeah.
Illusions.
Yeah, Arrested Development reference. Excellent. He picked it up.
Oy vey.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Come on.
We just finished watching a few shows on Hulu. The Girl from Plainsville, the one with Ellie Fanning. She plays the girl that convinced that kid to kill himself. Remember that story?
Yeah, I guess so. Unfortunately, I remember it.
It was okay. And then we watched the other one.
How was she in that? That sounds like a shitty show, but like all character performance.
She was good. I mean, I feel like the role she had to play was kind of annoying, but she was good. The kid was really good. The one who played the kid who killed himself. Coco Roy. That was his name. His first name was not Conroy. No, his last name's Roy. Anyway, we watched Candy with Jessica Biel.
Okay.
Which is also a true story. She killed a lady. That was interesting. It was pretty good. The performances were good.
What lady? You said she killed a lady. What do you mean?
I don't remember the names. Her name was Candy.
I saw your arm was up on the couch a minute ago, and then you moved it, and it's my turn now. Yeah, because I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, whole episode like this.
It was good.
I don't watch shows. So many times do I have to tell you?
Dude, they're the future, honestly. I feel like more and more people want to watch an 8-hour thing rather than one movie. And like you can if you know how to do it well, you can really build a story with that much time. Yeah.
No, I'm not arguing that, but it just takes.
So I'm hearing conflicting things. Speaking of shows, we finished part 1 of season 4 of Stranger Things.
Okay.
And then I heard that there's only 2 episodes in part 2 coming in July, which really irked me.
Okay.
And then I was under the assumption that this was the final season, but now I'm reading that season 5 is going to be the final season.
I've heard about that, the season 5 thing.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm very confused, but season 4 was interesting. I don't think Kayla liked it that much compared to the other 3, but I thought it was pretty good. It definitely, the feel of the whole show as an entire thing is different.
Yeah.
Obviously, because they're 50 years old.
What year is it set in now? 87?
Ooh.
Right? Isn't there Nightmare on Elm Street stuff floating around? So
the main villain has very Freddy Krueger-esque features, and the music, the score whenever he comes in is very Nightmare on Elm Street. But no, I mean it was good, dude. They're spending $30 million an episode.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't touch Game of Thrones, $100 million an episode, but still.
The one little clip I caught was in someone's house and they were watching it. It's not interesting to me. It's literally all computer screens, and I'm not a hater on that, but literally it was just some girl running through a crazy upside down world, and then it just cut to them sitting on the lawn or something.
It's the upside down.
The upside down, yeah. And just don't give a shit.
You had no
about
context though.
I'm not interested in watching stuff like this all the time. I get it, like I'm sure it's fun, but I don't want to see kids running around in a computer and like there's nothing to it. It's very
there's a lot to it though.
It feels very empty.
You say that without seeing it.
Yeah.
So you can't.
I've
have
seen
to watch it.
2 seasons and I'm just so drawn out with it. I'm like, all right, the cops helping the kid, and then the kids, or so, I don't know. It just felt very mundane to me, over and over with the same thing. And now even with this, I'm like, all right, a 5th season? What is going to be the big ending? Because it better be fucking good. You got these poor kids running around for 10 years.
I will say that Ozark ended very well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure it did.
And I could have gone another 10 seasons of Ozark.
Oh, Lord.
Such a good show.
That I'll get to before Stranger Things. It's not their fault. That's awesome that a show is being made like this. And it's like, people obviously love the characters. I can appreciate that. The actors, everybody involved with it. I understand it's a team. I don't like the Yankees. 2 billion people on the planet do. So, it's all right to speak out like differently. I'm not lashing out at it or anything, but it's just not for me. Stylized, like I'd rather see actual cinematography, not rendered effects.
It's fucking. There's a lot of practical in it, though.
Yeah. But one day I might give it a shot, and I will eat these words if I have to. But I'm just saying, right now I'm not, and everything's going there.
Yeah.
More and more shows are based on green screen, and
it's not even green screen anymore, though. They're doing the whatchamacallit that Star Wars started with Mandalorian. I forget what it's called. It's the 360 screen.
Okay.
It's fucking crazy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is so cool. It's crazy how far we've come in just the last 5 years.
I'm serious, man. You won't need actors in the room together. Nope. You'll be able to deep fake, and hologram whoever you want to whatever age they want. Because, now that I know him off the top of my head, the one makeup artist, Dick Smith from like the 70s, he's just fantastic. That was 50 years ago of aging people. Marlon Brando was 45 when he filmed The Godfather. He looks like he's 72. I couldn't believe that. Just the lines and the hair and everything that was able to do. And obviously stuff like that is getting better. So you can make a young actor like Guy Pearce look 90 years old in Alien Covenant for whatever reason. Could have just hired a fucking 90-year-old man. It didn't matter.
Ageist.
Or taking 90-year-old man, Robert De Niro, and make him look 30 with computer effects. And it's an awesome premise.
It's not as good as the former.
Yeah. Well, practical will always be better.
Yeah. Forget what we were watching. Oh, in this season of Stranger Things, they do a deep fake of Elle when she's young.
Okay.
She's like 6 or something like that, and
ooh. Yeah.
They didn't have to show it that much, and it's like seeing it for a flash second, like, oh, cool, but then seeing it for an extended clip, it's like, oh,
gotcha.
Takes you out of it a little bit because like you could tell it's fake, it's fake. But
I don't think it's wrong or inappropriate all the time. The things that they did with young Luke Skywalker coming back into Star Wars.
Thing is,
I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I'm just like, wow. It's fucking cool.
But Disney has so much money, right? And I get it; it's a time thing sometimes. But Corridor came out and did it 10 times better with like minimalist equipment. Like I don't know.
Sometimes studios don't help. When you have, take Corridor, the film channel that has let's just say 10 people working there. And Disney that has 1,000 people working there. I'm giving very brief numbers. All right, 10 people look at it, cool, and it looks good. But then you got people that have money that think they're affluential but aren't auteurs in movies, and it's just like, do this, and you have the money, so you're guiding the hand, and
I think
sometimes people are wrong.
I'm sure that happens 100%. But I think with the CG aspect of it, it's a time constraint. So they get all the filming done. They take 3 months filming, and they're like, all right, we need to release it by then. By this time, get it done by then.
Yeah.
So if you only have so much time to do something, you can't go back and re-render something and change it. So it's just a matter of...
I think a lot of those movies are based on filming that first. Like in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, filming the Sonic stuff first, getting that, giving them time before they get the actors.
When they film something like Sonic, they usually have the VFX artist with the director on set, so he could tell him what to shoot and how to shoot it so that they can work together properly.
Interesting.
It's all fucking communication.
Yeah.
This is the communication side.
I would say the best collab between an animator and a director has to be Who
Framed Roger Rabbit.
My God.
Fuck yeah.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
And the noir aspect of that story, the detective story, it's great.
Yeah.
It's beautifully written. It's awesome. It's a good homage.
I saw a behind the scenes thing of it. I'll send it to you if I can find it. It's interesting.
Nice.
It's very difficult for them to do that back then.
Oh, I'm sure. I've watched it recently and somehow had a DVD of it. I think someone gave it to me. So I would say I saw it 6 months ago. And I had time. I watched maybe 35 minutes of behind-the-scenes stuff as well. Okay. And it's very interesting because shit like that doesn't just fall from a hat.
All right.
It's a lot
of work
to do. And
that was one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's really good. It aged well.
Mm-hmm. You know what else was one of my favorite movies growing up? Oh, fuck. I can't think of the name. It's terrible.
Say it.
Name some of your favorite movies growing up.
No.
I'll think about it. Come on, do it.
Growing up?
Growing up is hard to do.
I don't know. I watched a lot of junk.
Yeah?
No, not really. I was super obsessed with Dawn of the Dead, Romero's version.
Yeah.
Watched that a lot.
Drop Dead Fred.
Okay.
Did you ever see that?
No. I could picture the poster though.
Yeah.
With him upside down or whatever, and the woman. And the ugly font. Yeah. I walked past that movie poster.
Yeah.
In so many video stores to the point where I'll never forget what it looks like, and I hate it. I hope it's funny because the poster fucking sucks.
I don't think it probably didn't age well, but it was funny. There was some adult humor in it that
only adults will find funny.
Yeah, I think my mom had to explain something to me, and she felt very awkward. But it was a good movie. Homeward Bound. Were you a fan of Homeward Bound?
No, I don't think I've seen that whole thing. I watched a lot of Balto with Kevin Bacon as the wolf.
The cartoon? Mm-hmm. I think I saw that.
Obviously. Kevin Bacon as the wolf. No, it's very Revenant. He gutted the beast.
It was a Disney children's movie, right?
Yeah. When Kevin Bacon got to set, he didn't know he'd be doing it so method. Said, all right, Kevin, we'll be back in 2 months. Let me know if you need any help with the role.
He ran to set on all fours.
Childhood was so long ago, bro. I can't remember. Quit living in the past,
we're not that
man.
Old. We're not that old. It wasn't that long. It was yesterday.
Yes, sir. How far into this podcast are we? Should we bring it to something? Should we wrap it up?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Okay. It's such a beautiful day out.
It is.
We're going to do a longer episode. We'll get back to doing maybe directors or actors or do some filmography stuff. But we got a bunch of projects that are coming out, so we'll be able to talk more about that. The behind the scenes, I can't wait to drop that. So I really hope you guys enjoy Swamp Water and then see all the fun stuff that we get to deal with, like tripping over rocks in the woods in the dark, and the giant bug that visited set. And I want to post that so bad, but
special effects makeup that falls off.
Yep, the special effects. Spawn was one of my favorite childhood movies, dude. Yes. When you did that voice, it reminded me of the devil. I watched fucking Spawn so many times.
John Leguizamo as the
Martin Sheen as the guy that burns him alive, and that smoking hot redhead that kills him.
I don't remember what she looks like.
She was hot in my mind. She went to kick Spawn, and he caught it between his legs, and his belt buckle came out and dropped down as like it was shaped like a skull, and it had fangs on it, and it went into her leg, and I was like, I need to get me one of them.
I just remember the clown
The Violator or whatever.
Fucking hilarious.
Todd McFarlane, man.
Yeah.
I used to bug my dad to get me like toys like that.
Yeah.
Spawn. I had a lot of Predator and Alien things. I wish I still had them.
Spawn.
Going to KB Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
KB Toys.
Really showing our
sponsor
age. KB Toys sponsor us.
This episode was sponsored by KB Toys and Toys R Us.
Oh, God.
And Malloy's Liquor, where my dad used to buy my Pokemon cards in New Jersey. We're done.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Dead County's still a thing. So if you want to watch it, the link's down below. Okay. Now we bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.